community has taken so many punches lately that you would think they're fighting 4 boxers at once. The beginning of the end for hardware wallets. Privacy under siege in the crypto community. How we fix it with no KYC. I'm going to break that down in today's video. You're going to want to watch this one. This has probably been the craziest week since I started Privacy X. All of these court decisions and some of these new laws are going to affect every single person who watches this video, no matter if you're in the US, Canada, all through Europe. Europe's toast. Europe's just toast at this point. Australia, Asia, Africa, South America, I don't care where you are. This is going to hit, and it's going to hit very, very hard. The KYC thing, and you've probably seen what just happened with Coinbase, selling information to intelligence agencies for the purposes of spying. You've also probably seen some of the court decisions that were handed down that just completely changed the landscape. And the no KYC and the hardware wallet structure this is a whole nother level. We're gonna break this down today in Operation Crypto. It's all happening. It's all happening. I thought this was gonna happen in 2024. It's happening right now. This is unbelievable. I've been warning my clients about this for a while. Luckily, all my clients are tucked in nice and safe, but most of you are SOL. This is coming fast. Now, these new court decisions, these world leaders are masters at manipulation. I mean, it's like watching like Michael Jordan of manipulation. It is insane. And people fall for it hook, line, and sinker. We're not going to talk about the court cases that happen with guns and with women's rights. They're spinning hard. Doesn't matter what they actually are, because you and I both know that doesn't matter. It's not what actually happened, it's how they spin it. The Republicans are done. They're flat done. They are going to get landslid in November. Now, if you're not in the United States, you might not know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the midterm elections, and the midterm elections are going to end most crypto for most people, period. Let me explain. The world reserve currencies in the United States, and all the countries, Canada, Europe, they're just waiting for the US to make their move. The US can't make their move till after the midterms. And with all these court decisions, it's it. Every woman who's under 30 is going to vote, and they're going to vote blue. They don't care about gas prices. They don't care about house prices. They don't care about inflation. They don't care about food prices. They're being told that their rights as a woman are gone. Regardless of what's true and what's not true, that's irrelevant. They're being told their rights as a woman are gone. Now, you may have seen me talk about my 10-part series, How to Get Going in Digital Privacy. You also may have seen that social media decided to take down my video again. In fact, they've taken down 9 of my videos this year. So I've got an update coming. My 10-part series is now going to be on privacyx.org/free. It is going to launch this Monday. 100% free, 10-part training. Because I couldn't put it on social media because they wanted to take it down, because they don't want you to have this kind of information. They took that video down fast. I know some of you saw the video when I got started, video 1 of my 10-part series, gone. You're like, nope, you're done, gone. So that's going over on Privacy X. But we're taking this a step further because they're collecting all your data. Oh, did you see what happened in California? They just released the concealed carry weapon permit information after the Supreme Court did what they did with the gun, because you have constitutional rights. They just, names, phone numbers, addresses. You were doxxed by the state of California if you have a gun, because there's angry mobs and riots of people who want to burn down your house now. They want to destroy everyone in California who has a gun. And if you shoot them, you're going to prison for life because you don't have the right to protect yourself in a communist California. This is insane. This is absolutely insane that you're being doxxed by the federal government and the state government at this point. And everyone's like, it's not my fault. The Attorney General just put out information on every concealed weapon carry permit. And they keep logs of everyone. It does everything. Now, why do I announce this? Because crypto is going to be 10 times worse. And they're prepping for this right now. Right now, they are structuring it. Now, I don't know if any of you watched the Logan Paul podcast, but he recently had Kevin O'Leary, the guy from Shark Tank. This podcast, Logan Paul, Kevin O'Leary, and the guy from Shark Tank. They were talking about the crypto event in Miami, which is a big event. Kevin O'Leary talked about this. Every single year, everyone he knows does not go to that event. Now this year they went. Why did they go? He touched on it, but he held back. I've been talking to a lot of other people in the industry. All of these businesses are going to crypto events because they're taking over the control. I talk about running your crypto through a business. You cannot buy crypto in your own name if you want to have crypto long term. It will be seized from you, or you will be taxed 50 to 60% depending upon where you live. That new crypto bill, unrealized capital gains for crypto are in there. If you make money, they can tax you unrealized at 50 to 60%. If you don't make money, then you get a tax refund on your losses up to $3,000. So if you make $1 million, you pay taxes on $1 million, maybe you give them $500K. But if you lose 100 grand, they're gonna give you 3 grand in tax write-offs. Good job, guys. Good job at fighting for crypto. So here's what happens now. You have to have no KYC. You have to run it through a business. O'Leary talked about it. Everyone in crypto is talking about it, that all of these businesses and institutions are getting in crypto because they don't have the same laws. The businesses don't have the same laws as private investors. If you have crypto right now, you're going to be talked about as a private investor. Now, we're going to talk about why hardware wallets are done here in a second, but you get to be a private investor, which means you get to pay all the taxes, just like what happens in stocks and real estate and bonds. They can package everything, ETFs, they can sell it a million times, same thing they did in Bitcoin. So they're accredited because they're in business and they can do what's called long-term gains through a business, running them through, it's not an IRA, but it's a similar formula. For those of you who understand what IRAs and 401ks are, retirement accounts, you can opt those as businesses through crypto. But if you're a personal investor, you don't qualify, so you can't use any of that, so you don't get long-term capital gains, so you have to pay yearly taxes with this new bill. So businesses are exempt, personal people are not. And I've talked to you guys about this for a long time. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking, what is the solution? I've talked about no KYC for a while. I have fielded 358 emails in the last 4 days about this subject when this stuff's been coming out. I've had other companies reach out and want to partner with me so we can provide our services for their clients because they can't do it. We're one of the few people who do this service. Now, my corporate clients, I charge 20 to 50,000 bucks, but their structures are a lot bigger than most of your guys, and they'll eat it up all day long because they can't wait because they know what's coming. For you guys, I've been added the no KYC into my Ghost program, which is ridiculous. I mean, I'm doing this for less than cost at this point. I'm gonna have to shut that down because the amount of value you guys are getting for paying a couple $1,000 is stupid at this point. Now, I love helping you guys out, so I'm gonna give you one last offer. We're creating a new KYC program, and it's gonna be 5 grand, and that's peanuts, and it's gonna sell out all day long. The Ghost program is going back up to its normal price, which is 5 grand. Right now, it's on sale for 3. For the next few days, everyone who signs up for the Ghost program will get the KYC and the Ghost program for the Ghost program's price, which is $3,000. So you're saving $7,000. Now, I don't like talking a lot of numbers on this channel, but I figured I'd offer it one more time. I made the mistake of putting this out on my email list recently, which PrivacyX has a large email list, and we have been blowing up. Now, it's good for PrivacyX to grow as a company, but frankly, there's not a lot of profit in it for us. It's not worth it. I'm better off focusing on big clients. But I wanted to offer some of you guys, because a lot of you guys have been reaching out. So yes, if you sign up for the Ghost program in the next short amount of time, you'll get both right now. You can check out the first link down below. You get everything. You get the no KYC, the full Ghost program. You get everything for that ridiculous $3,000. I know, it's stupid, but it is what it is. Most people for a Series LLC will charge 10K. It's the way it is in the industry. But I wanted to be able to help you guys out. So the Ghost program is going up back to its regular price, which a lot of you know it used to be at, which is still super cheap, but it gets you guys where you need to be so you don't have to deal with all these laws, rules, regulations. I mean, the tax, legally I can't talk about tax benefits, but I haven't had one client that hasn't told me that literally in 3 days of buying crypto, the tax benefits alone pay. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So starting in 3 months, I'm starting a new KYC program. But, you know, I don't even know, we'll talk about that down the road. But in the short term, everyone who's in the Ghost program, as I promised, through this next week, will be able to have both just in the price of the Ghost program. So if you sign up down below and it's available and you decide to sign up, you're already in. The second you sign up, you're already in. After it's no longer available, the link will no longer work because we're changing to a new link because we're doing a lot of change at PrivacyX. So anyway, I want to answer some of those questions because I'm getting hundreds and hundreds of emails about the KYC because a lot of you guys see what's happening. So that is what I'm going to do. The people who are smart enough to jump on right now are going to save thousands upon thousands of dollars, not just on my programs, but also in taxes. Like the taxes alone, and the fact that they're going to charge 50 to 60% is insane. Now, some of you might be saying, well, Cody, can't I just put my crypto in a hardware wallet? Yeah, you can. Can they seize it from the hardware wallet? No, they can't. No, they can't. So that's the good thing. The good news is you can put your crypto in a hardware wallet, even if it's KYC'd in your name. And make no mistake, it is, because they've been tracking since 2020. The bank you use, the crypto you use, through whatever exchange you use, you're tracked. So you may think you're putting, the government knows everyone's hardware wallet, who has what in there with the new AI they have. Any money you have in the hardware wallet is not anonymous unless it's a no KYC, like we talk about privacy. If you're through my Ghost program, just to be clear with my clients, if you went through my Ghost program all the way, yeah, your crypto's anonymous. Nobody can find it, not even the government. But if you bought it in your name ever, you used your personal bank accounts, you did all those things, no, you're SOL. Now, can they seize it? No. Can you ever use that crypto again? No. And here's why. Starting in 2023, the federal government is going to go and they're going to say you're going to need unrealized capital gains. It doesn't matter if you're in Europe, because this is after the midterm. The midterm's in November. We're going to go through the holiday. This is going to get kicked in around February. A lot of people are projecting. And then you're going to have to pay yearly unrealized capital gains based on your growth. So if your Bitcoin went from 20,000 to 40,000, you have to pay tax on it, even if you didn't sell. Doesn't matter. You might think, well, it's in a hardware wallet. Correct. Government's going to send you, the IRS will send you something, or your government, the government body in your country, if you're in UK or you're in Germany or France or Sweden or Mexico or Australia or New Zealand. It doesn't matter where you are. You're going to get a thing, and it's going to say, hey, this is what you owe. And you say, I lost my keys. They're going to say, okay, you don't have to pay. But here's the thing. That account will now be flagged. And if you ever touch that money the rest of your life, that crypto is basically burned. If you ever touch that crypto after they flag it, you will see a black SUV come to your house. They will put you in handcuffs and they will put you in a jail cell for 10 to 20 years because you just broke so many laws it's not even funny. And these are in the new crypto guidelines for taxes. So you'll never be able, now you cannot get arrested for losing your keys, but you will get arrested if you ever touch money. So they're going to say, hey, I see that you have these Bitcoins. You owe us this money. I don't have the keys. So you're thinking you're smart. You're not going to pay them. They're going to say, cool, fine. Don't worry about it. Check. They ever see that money move, you're in prison. You just committed tons of crimes. Now, is there a way around that? Yeah, you can say, hey, I found my keys. Is that illegal? No, that's not illegal. They're gonna say, cool, congratulations. You owe us 50%, plus you haven't paid in 3 years, so we're gonna have to tack on some extra, plus some fines and fees. So give us 70, let's call it 80%. We'll give you a couple peanuts as a peasant, and you can go along your merry way. And this is what I'm talking about because they will not accredit personal investors. Now you think, well, there's no accrediting in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is supposed to be peer-to-peer decentralized. Gone! Because these new laws, I've been telling you about this, I thought the crypto community was I was actually the dumb one. I was dumb. I thought the crypto community had a brain and I thought they were gonna stand up and fight. They're gonna just cower like fetuses in the corner and wet on themselves and then do whatever the government tells them to do. Whatever the government tells them to do, they're gonna do. And this is what's happening. And there's actually a lot of big names in crypto that are championing this because they know that they're going to run it through business and they're going to be accredited, and what they're going to do is they're going to package. So you might think, well, Cody, if only businesses do it, how does the crypto prices go up? Oh, I'm glad you asked the $1 million, $1 trillion question. How does it go up? Institutionalized money, the same way the stock market goes up. Do you think these little people with their little $80,000 a year salaries matter in these markets? They account for like a third maybe, but their third matters because they package it together and then they're able to sell it again and again and again and again. Like they did with derivatives, like they do with gold and silver. Why do you think the price of gold and silver is so low and it'll never go up? Ever. No matter how much whining that Peter Schiff does, gold is never gonna go up because they've manipulated it forever. They can sell gold 99 times for every 1 bar of gold. You think there's 21 million Bitcoins? Watch when they start selling 100, 200, 300 million Bitcoins. Well, they don't, Cody, that many doesn't exist. Oh, they're gonna package them with these ETFs and these other financial vehicles and they're gonna sell it out there in the market. Why do you think the SEC chairman just came out and said, Bitcoin's the only one I see that's not a security? Because they're going to repackage Bitcoin as the patsy right now and pump it into the market through these retirement accounts. That way, if you got 10 grand, you could turn it into 10,482 bucks over the next calendar year. But if a business has 10 grand, they can turn that 10 grand into, I don't know, 2.5 million. Well, that's not fair. We didn't say it was fair. We said you're a personal investor and we need to protect you from yourself. Remember what happened with GameStop and everyone was trying to invest in pump the market? The little guy tried to get together and do something for once. Well, now that's not legal because now you have to be an accredited investor, and they just came in and said, you're an idiot, you're stupid, we're going to protect you from yourself. You don't get to make any money. We do. And now what they did is officially no longer an option. It hasn't been for like a year now. Most of you have probably seen that. But this is what keeps happening. Well, now this is going to happen in crypto. Now, for businesses, the cool thing is you can actually adhere to these laws. So it's 100% legal. Why do they keep these loopholes? Because every politician on planet Earth and every celebrity and every world leader and every major company runs as an independent business, and not just as, you know, a big giant corporation. No, as a personal entity. Everybody. I do it. All my clients do it. All these people I'm talking about doing it. You know who doesn't do it? The average person who's got a job or they got a small business and they don't understand how to do anything and they're just out here in the world, and your data gets collected, you get turned into a product, you get sold, your retirement account's a product, your house is a product. Make no mistake, your mortgage is repackaged and sold all the time. Your interest points, you basically have a life score. There's a score floating around above your head in a video game, and these politicians have figured out how to monetize you your whole life, and you get 0% of that. Why do you think they freak out when the millennials and the young people try to do alternate lifestyles? Why do you think people freak out when that stuff happens? When people are trying to do van life, or they're trying to, you know, re-engineer their life, or they're trying to be digital nomads. Why do you think the government freaks out? Because they need you working at Burger King. They need you shining shoes. They need you working, changing tires. They need you working down at the old Jiffy Lube or the old Chicken Shack. Because that's how they're able to live their quality of life. Why do you think they're freaking out when people right now aren't willing to work? Because they need you in their system. You are their system. This is how you get out of it. This is how you be a part of the winning team. Now, you don't necessarily have to partner with these idiots, but this is how you be part of the winning team. So, anyway, I wanted to come on and talk about this with the hardware wallets, because this is really frustrating with hardware wallets. And when I saw that, I was like, that is a checkmate style move. I cannot believe that people aren't freaking out over these things. Have you read the crypto bills? I mean, in Privacy X, my team, we're going through this stuff all the time for you guys. Have you guys actually took the time and seen what's happening in your life? Did you read the last stimulus package? You probably didn't, because there was no money for the average person. So you probably figured if there's no money for you, you're not going to read it. Big mistake. There was no money for you. There's no money for anybody. Well, other than Ukraine, fine. But there was a lot of money for a lot of things that drastically impact all of our lives, not even just in the United States. When these midterms happen and when the Republicans get beat senseless, and don't get me wrong, I think most of the Republicans are idiots. The Republicans not some great party, but at least they were pro-crypto, pro-freedom, lower taxes, trying to curb inflation. At least it was something different than this pie-in-the-sky goofy crap we have right now. But I was actually very optimistic up until last week. I was like, they actually got a shot. I think there's a chance we might see some good for... Nope. Not now. Not now when they're basically demonizing and trying to criminalize every gun owner in the United States. Not now when the governments, your own governments, are doxing you. Not now when politicians are lying to every young girl and young woman in the world. And again, I'm not going to go down the roads on this stuff. And you have the right to protest. You have the right. And I'm not going to talk about my opinions on these laws. It's not about the laws. It's about what's going to happen. It's not about do you or do you not believe in gun rights? Do you or do you not believe in women's rights or abortion or anything like that? That's not what it's about. I believe everyone should have the freedom, not only of speech, but to express their opinion. But it's about the politicians manipulating these young people into what did or did not happen. Anyway, if you haven't already, check out the first link down below. This is going to be your last chance to get the entire enchilada for the sickeningly low price. I know. A little while longer. Everyone is telling me to shut it down, but I'll give you guys a little bit longer. First link down below. Have an amazing day, guys. Go on and everything you do. I'll see you guys in the next video.